It is Eagles Outlook this morning, May 24, 2024. It's a Friday, thank God it's Friday. And yes, just to also let you in on the fact that you can follow across social media platforms where we have a strong presence, talking about Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, and TikTok. And I would love for you to get on there via Eagles FM Abuja. And then you want to see what's going on in the studio, you can as well put your domain on the Twitter handle at Eagles FM Abuja, the YouTube channel, subscribe at Eagles FM Abuja, and on Facebook at Eagles FM Abuja. Give us a like and give us a following. Well, I mean, we'll just get straight into the conversation for today, and we're looking at matters that border around youth participation in government and having Tinubu's administration in view. It is no news and no talk about the fact that, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has since assuming office, sometime last year, May 29, if I'm not mistaken, had, come in with some declarations and come in with some body language that also presupposes some guidelines towards stamping out, some of the insecurities. By insecurities, I'm not talking about just insecurity. I'm talking about, the different aspects of the Nigerian system that has faced some sort of decade or decadence and has put on some policies that should indeed allow for, the better implementation and running of the Nigerian institution, because we are an institution. And but recently, though, as the Tinubu administration marks its 1-year anniversary, Nigerians reflecting on the campaign promises made and the progress achieved so far. Well, one of the key promises made by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was the place of empowerment of youths in his government, recognizing their vital role in shaping Nigeria's future. Well, he also pledged to create opportunities for youths to participate in governance, leveraging their energy, creativity, and as well as innovative thinking. And since assuming office, though, the president has indeed engaged youths in his administration, appointing young individuals to key positions. The Nigerian constitution emphasizes the need for adequate representation of youth governance, and this should be leading to the establishment of the Ministry of Youth Development. Well, some recent news highlights the administration's efforts in increasing youth participation in governance, including the launch of the Youth Empowerment and Development Initiative. Well, despite all of these efforts, many Nigerian youths are still worried about being marginalized in governance and in the process of decision making, and they have questions that deserve some answers, and the question whether they have a seat at the table and if their voices are indeed being heard. Well, we have our guest who is in the studio, and he is Honorable Yakub Tunde Prudent. I believe I pronounced the name correctly. And yeah, all right. And he's the youth's he's a special advisor, if I'm not mistaken, special duties or special assistant. Special duties to Honorable Minister of State Youth Development. Welcome aboard, Honorable Yakub Tunde Prudent.
Good morning.
Right. The part that really gets to me, in your name is the prudent part, and we all know what prudency actually means. Well, thank you for stepping into the studio and having this discourse with us. Well, let's first of all start with the thought line that portends the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which principle of your principle, right? So yes, the principle of your principle. Yeah. He has come out to saying that there should be a scorecard, for performance scorecard, if you like, to grade or to see, to assess the performance of the ministers under him. I would like you to just quickly, comment on that, and then we will now get into some of the efforts to allowing and aligning youths in this administration.
Okay, good morning, Nigerians.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Once again, my name is Honorable Yakub Tune Prudence. I'm SA Special Duty to Honorable Minister for State Youth Development. Like the question you asked,
Yeah.
As you all know, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is Mr. Talk and Do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He almost fulfilled all his campaign promises.
Yeah.
If he says he's going to do this, definitely is going to do that.
Mm.
Ever since 1999, no president has ever tried this, that each minister to come to the public and tell the Nigerians what they have done over the past 1 year. As you can see, we are following up on Arise, NTA, and some other media houses.
Right.
You will see all the ministers, they are going out there to tell the Nigerians what they have done. Like yesterday, I followed up. I can see the Minister of Defense, the Minister of Mining, FCT Minister. They are doing that. To me, this initiative is a commendable one. At least to give Nigeria a sense of belongings that, okay, we are not just there. We are there because of you. So, and we have to be carried along. Everything we've done for the past 1 year, all we're doing. So I think it's a commendable project, and it's good.
Okay.
So, and what I will say to it is that even though President Bola Ahmed Tinubu left the office as the president, the next president coming should emulate the
same steps, the same process that he's taken. Okay.
So that Nigeria will have the sense of belonging of what is going on in the government.
Yeah, let's talk about inclusivity. Yeah, because that youth inclusivity in government right now, because that's been a tussle. It's been a talk, from administration to administration. It has always been youth participation and all of that in government. Some youths under the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as I understand, one of such would be Honorable Loretta Onoche, who is a senior special assistant on youth matters, and we've got Barrister Olamide Akande as a special assistant on youth affairs. We've got Comrade Osita, Okechukwu. He's a special assistant on youth mobilization. These are just a few that I can lay my hands on. I don't know if there are more, in the process too.
I have them plenty.
Okay, quite a number of them.
And if I may say so, is accountable.
Ah, really?
Yes.
Quite a number of them.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, because President Bola Ahmed Tinubu prioritized youth. As part of his campaign promises, he said he's going to make youth relevant to this government. He's going to carry them along. Of course, one of them we have Comrade Sunday Ashefon.
Oh, okay.
SSA on student matters.
Right.
We have Honorable Nshola Abiola, who happens to be SSA on citizenship and leadership.
Yeah.
Of course, we have Honorable Titilope Badamasi,
Oh, wow.
who is the SSA on youth development. We have them counselors.
Right. So
Even
that
in agencies,
ministries, departments, and all of that.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been carrying the youth along.
All right. If the president has been carrying,
Among them is you have Honorable Ajana Atika, who happens to be SSA social events. Yes.
Okay, well, let's look at just a little bit about what the Constitution says. I mean, Section 14(2)(c) emphasizes the need for adequate representation of youths in government. And then that being said, with all of these, youths that you've mentioned, right? Nigerians are also saying that, okay, if this indeed is the case, as it is the case, that shouldn't we also begin to see some giant strides in terms of the various aspects where these youths have been situated in government? Have we seen some of these giant strides so far in terms of development? Have we seen that from these youths?
Of course. Like now, let me start from this place. The DG of Smedan is a youth.
Okay.
Agile youth. So, as you can see now, Smedan, they are doing a whole lot of things.
Right.
They are doing empowerment, they are doing employment, they are doing all their possible best to make sure they carry the youth along. Their DG is a youthful youth. Let me put it that way.
Youthful youth.
Yes.
Okay.
You know what I mean by youthful youth?
Right. You should explain to us. Let us get it. Nigerians are waiting to hear.
Yes. When they say youthful youth, a youth who is doing what is expected of him to do.
Okay.
A youth who is performing. You get?
Yes.
So that is what I mean by useful youth. So now it's made that now. What they are doing now is that when they identify you as a youth and you are unemployed, they have their own self-employed
mechanism, right?
Mechanism.
Okay.
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Whereby, for instance, now I was there 2 days back. They have a room. If you're a tailor, barbing salon, even without you having any of this machine, you can go there and do your work and make a profit.
Wow.
Yes, this is the initiative of the DG.
Right.
And the youth is performing wonderfully well. So let's go to NITDA. NITDA, the DG is also a youth, cash for Inwa. So he's a youthful youth as well. So he's trying all his possible best to project Nigeria to the high level. The renewal of the Mr. President is projecting it. So NITDA now, of recent, they launched a program, 3MTT, under the umbrella of the minister, Honorable Boshun Tijani.
Okay.
So Boshun Tijani also is also a youth. So they both collaborate together to do the program 3MTT, where they train our youth on digital skills. And
digital skills. Yes, very important.
After the training, they empower them, some with laptop and money. So you can see our youth on each agencies and ministries, they are performing wonderfully well, and Nigeria youth, they are really proud of them.
Right. So some of the initiative, for youth would be the Ministry of Youth Development, the Youth Empowerment and Development Initiative, the National Youth Policy. But there has also been, some thoughts about how has your ministry where you represent and the place of the NYC, because we know that these are core members and these are youths and all of that. What is the integration process, in aligning, in aligning with some of these initiatives, to bring productivity?
Yeah, of course, as you all know that NYSC, they are directly under Ministry of Youth.
Right.
We have two agencies directly under our citizenship and leadership.
Okay.
Train our youth.
Okay.
NYSC, Nigeria Self-Scope. So you see, we work hand in hand with NYSC. Of recent, my minister, Honorable Olawande Wisdom, he launched a program, Corpreneur.
Corpreneur?
Yes.
Okay.
It's for the corporate.
Oh, okay.
So when you undergo this side training and you perform wonderfully well, you're empowered. At least not less than 200 corp members across the country now empowered.
Not less than 200?
Yes.
Across the country? Okay.
Yes. Part of the state that have benefited is Oyo, Lagos, Kaduna, Kano. The minister himself goes to the camp and you see these energetic youth that, you are performing wonderfully well, and empower them with his own personal money. It's part of his initiative to do that. You get
when you say empowers them with his personal money, is this to mean that there were no monies allocated to do that?
No, of course, there is money allocated to do that. The budget job. The program will be implemented fully.
Right.
But the minister was so impressed. Get to the campus. See these youth, see the way they are doing. Like, you are energetic. Like, he's proud of them. So with that, he's
got moved.
And trick to drop his personal funds.
All right, I get that. Support the process.
So, and of course, very soon now, as announced by Minister of Youth as well, Honorable Jamila Biu, 5,000 corp members will be given a grant of 10 million naira each. 5,000? Yes, 5,000 corp members.
Okay. Because Nigerians want to say talk is cheap. I mean, we've seen a lot of grants, even with this administration, is it the 35,000 naira or the 25,000 naira grant? Right, and all of that. And we're yet to have the feel of that at the moment. Are we still having, is that on? Is that paying? Is it going on?
Of course it's going on.
It's going on.
Of course it's going
on.
And it's everywhere.
Now,
even as yesterday, I saw some comments online where they're thanking the president that,
get, into some more, concerns. But just before we do that, it is also very necessary to intimate you on the fact that this is Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, where we give you an audiovisual radio experience that you can count on anytime, any day. And we still have our guest who is in the studio, is Honorable Yakub Tunde Prudent, is the SA Special Duties to Honorable Minister of State, Youth Development. And we're still talking matters that border around the youth's participation in government and having the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration in view. You want to have that question right in here, and you want to talk about your concern, your worries, about the youth, in Nigeria, as well as especially in as much as they are allowed or given the opportunity to participate in government. You can as well call the studio numbers 0907 353 0044 or 0908 766 8888. And the WhatsApp portal number is 0909 705 4450. We take this call now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mr. Dua. Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning to you, please.
Yeah,
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yes, I'm calling from Nasarawa State.
This is Tekken B, yeah?
Yes.
Is this Tekken B? Is this Tekken B? Is this Tekken B? Hello? What's your name?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
What's your name?
Good morning to your guest.
What's your name?
Yes, my name is Undu.
Undu, okay. All right.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, I want to make some observations here. First of all, I want to say that it's unfortunate that one of the youngest ministers that we have in this government has to go just after some few months in the person of Idu. Yes, it's very, very unfortunate. I've been expecting if the investigation was conducted properly and she was not found culpable that she could return.
Oh, we lost you right there, Tekken B. Please do well to call back, and to you also listening, you can as well bring your voice in. And as much as we are also going to add our voice in the discourse, it is very, very necessary for us to adopt civility and responsibility. We do not want, we want to maintain some decorum. So go straight to the point, ask your question, and of course, our guest in the studio will make an attempt to the best of his knowledge to given some answers to it. Well, just before we jumped into that, we were talking about the worries that quite a number of Nigerians have, in terms of youth inclusivity. I mean, the matter of youth inclusivity has been an issue that has been ongoing from administration to administration to administration, and from your stance, it seems as though the Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration is aligning with what the Constitution, says at Section 14, subsection 2C, emphasizing the need for adequate representation of youths in governance, right? And now the following. Okay, before we go forward, let's just take this one. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my dear brother.
Yes, good morning to you. Alamin, welcome aboard.
Yes, I greet our guest.
Okay.
Yes, I joined late, so I do not know his designation, but I want to believe he's a representative of the Ministry of Youth Development.
Exactly.
Well, I must say that I'm surprised, I'm flummoxed that our guest is making himself, a representative of the ministry is making himself, themselves available to Nigerians shortly when the commencement of the scorecard, initiative, where every minister are giving their scorecard. For me personally, my own personal opinion, it's just an attempt, to try and launder the image of the ministers who have been defending. I'm sure you understand, you know my position, Uduak.
Right.
But I must say I'm very disappointed. I was everywhere extorting, when the Minister for Youth, the Minister for State, Ayo Wisdom, and also that of the Honorable Minister, Junior. I was everywhere, the ambassador of the youth. This is what we're talking about, youth inclusiveness, everywhere, both online, on social media, everywhere. But almost going to about 7-8 months in office, we have seen almost nothing. That office has never been that redundant in this history. And we are talking of, I heard you mention millions that will be given to youth corps members. Again, in the previous administration, we heard of the youth sovereign youth sovereign fund, and I can't remember, 75 billion was committed for that cause. Now, the current administration has budgeted just about the same amount for the same. And when that money was dispersed, there is no single youth that can be trained that benefited. And then when the current administration is following the same trajectory, that are going to be giving how many youth corps members, or what are the criteria, what exactly motivated that? Are they telling us there is no better initiative that can be channeled into other than giving people that money?
All right, Alamin. All right, Alamin. Thank you so much right there. That's Alamin. You should let us have your take.
I get your question, Alamin. Thank you so much for your observation. So, if you are online and if you are online and you are following what is going on everywhere,
Right.
you will see our minister. They are not reticent. They are up and down. They are going. Despite the ups and downs in the government, they are still trying their best to make things work out.
Right.
Like I told you now, Honorable Minister for State, Olawande Wisdom, he has traveled to over 20 states of the country
Right.
to interact with the COP member one-on-one, talk to them, what is the challenges, what is the flow, and within his capacity, he tried to sort it out. One of his initiatives is NIA, Nigeria Youth Academy. Is a platform whereby they train Nigeria youth on digital skills and some other skills. So after they acquired the training, so we partner with some organization. They will give them the required tools for them to stand on their own.
Right.
It's an empowerment program. So it's for the youth.
Well, I'm glad you're mentioning this. Sorry to cut you, Honorable. The truth is, there's always been a place of how much of orientation because Nigerians from you have all of these details, yeah, but it's the public may not really have it. So y'all would need to also partner with the media houses to ensuring that these information are available. Right, I think that's another deficiency that is seen in the process that would make some of the family members calling to saying, "Hey, we don't know what is going on and how many people are affected and all of that." By some of these initiatives.
Like I discussed about the media.
Yes, you did.
Nigeria Youth Academy is a platform to train our youth. And of course, now we are extending it around the state, even to local government level, whereby we have an ambassador at the state level,
Right.
ambassador at the government level.
Right.
So they will be our representative there
Okay.
at the state level and at local government. And again, there is this initiative again, Young and Secure. So it's an initiative of the Ministry of Youth and Ministry of Police Affairs.
Wow, Ministry of Youth and Police Affairs. That's like a collaboration, yeah.
One
Alright.
of those days where our youth will be harassed, you just do them, harass them. You get
And treat them anyhow.
yes,
Okay, I
so
get
now
that.
we launch a help desk. If any police officer harass you, you can channel your complaint to us. Yes, our technical team they are on seat attend you to complaints.
So is there some contact number, or is just one has to come to the place?
No.
Okay.
There's contact number. It's
Okay.
online. Anywhere you are, you can just lay a complaint and we'll take it off.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So this is part of our initiative. Of course, you see our people, they have to be aware. They need orientation.
That's the
of
part.
certain things.
Awareness.
You cannot just go outside and say the minister is doing anything. The minister is doing a whole lot. He's doing a whole lot.
But would you blame Nigerians if they say that the minister is not doing anything?
No,
Why I'm saying this is because of the awareness. Awareness.
Of course,
We're not having
I will
that.
employ them.
Right.
They should follow our page, our social media platform, so that they will be aware of what we are doing. In the
Okay, Honorable. Maybe you didn't quite understand the angle Alamin is coming from. For Alamin to speak the way he spoke, it only tells you how many number of thousands of Nigerians share in this thought. Now, when we say awareness, we are not really talking about youths or people going across social media platforms and trying to find out what's going on. It's about you bringing it to the public. That's where we're coming from, because it's not everybody that may have access to the social media platforms. That's where we are. That's why I was talking about orientation and awareness. It means that there should be collaboration with organizations as this, to ensuring that some of these information is out there. Do you understand? I hope you understand where we're coming from now, so that we can have an understanding. Then those who have the resources, the gadgets, the tools, the data, which of course we know how it is now in the country and all of that, can now still, after getting the awareness from here, can take it to the social media platforms, maybe the website, and engage. Beautiful. That's what we are talking about. Yeah. But then the calls, phone lines are still open right there. You can bring your voice and let us know your worries. In view of youth participation in governance, and please.
Before you go,
okay.
I want to dwell on the
all right.
Youth Investment Fund.
Okay. Yeah.
Nigeria Youth Investment Fund. It was an initiative of the former minister, Sunday Dare.
Okay. Sunday Dare, okay.
Yes,
yeah.
Of course, the program is still ongoing. We had the approval of about 210 billion. But what I want Nigeria to understand here is that the budget has not dropped yet.
Oh.
The moment the budget drops, they are going to implement this because we already had the approval of the Mr. President.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. You see now? This is information you're passing. So the budget has not come into force yet, to implement some of these projects. Okay. Well, let's put a peg, take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yes.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Take to be calling back. Yes.
All right.
The network was friendly to me. Yes, I was trying to make a point that it's unfortunate that the youngest minister in this, who was supposed to be the youngest minister in this government, actually had a problem. She was accused, and I was expecting her to be innocent, that investigation will be carried out, and she will return. But since then, I have not had anything. But having said that, I want to encourage our youth. Anytime we are given an opportunity, it's an opportunity for us to shine and continue to do better. Because we have a lot of youth in this country who were given positions that did not do too well. And one of them is the former governor of Kogi, Yabelo, who was actually a youth on seat. And we expected he will lead he will set a pace where other youth will follow. And we also have a youth in the House of Representatives, Demoche Bankwe, who was the speaker. We expected them to do better. However, I want to say that some of those youth appointed in government, you will discover that almost all of them are children of somebody. Before you see a kind of a nobody being appointed, it's difficult. This kind of thing shouldn't be happening. We must make sure that even a child of nobody who is qualified is appointed into a position. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much, Sekembe Hundu, for that particular one. And you can as well direct your messages to the WhatsApp portal number 0909 705 4450. Let's have your thoughts, let's have your worries, in view of youth participation in government. Honorable, I'll let you, have your right to, response after we go on the short break and we come back, right? Let's go pay some bills. We'll be right back.
No AC? No problem. We're cooling you down with the freshest hits. Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Please listen to this announcement. Luxler Construction Limited presents a limited time offer on its off-plan price for Kasana houses till June 15th. Grab these incredible deals. 4-bedroom terrace duplex at 40 million naira. 3-bedroom terrace duplex at 35 million naira. 2-bedroom flat at 23 million naira. And 3-bedroom flat at 28 million naira. The first 2 buyers of the 3-bedroom duplex will get it at 33 million naira. For Live Camp, the ongoing project is still available and many subscribers are moving into the estate. 3-bedroom terrace duplex at 43 million naira and 4-bedroom terrace duplex at 52 million naira. Covered by NHF and rent-to-own scheme. They also offer 6 to 12 months flexible payment plan. 57582753. Secure your dream house now.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
My people, the thing will happen for my area, eh?
Do you think I will now find out that you have contract to bring fresh help?
I brought you from the gutters. Who gave you all the connects? MDG who? Without me, you would have been nobody. But
Join Media Coalition and Awareness to Halt Human Trafficking, MICAT, on our Wish a New radio drama every Saturday at 10 a.m. Let us join hands and kick human trafficking out of our communities. I Wish a New radio drama, brought to you by MICAT in partnership with the National Agency for Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, and funded by the Embassy of Denmark in Nigeria.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Please listen to this announcement. Brit King Homes and Properties Limited announces a 40% discount on Bismuth City, Kurudu. 180 square meters for a 2-bedroom terrace duplex, now selling for 1.8 million naira. 350 square meters for a 3-bedroom terrace duplex, now selling for 3.5 million naira. 500 square meters for a 3-bedroom fully detached bungalow with a BQ, now selling for 4 million naira. 550 square meters for a 4-bedroom fully detached penthouse with a 2-room BQ, now selling for 4.5 million naira. Our site location is before Army Estate, Phase 5, Kurudu, Abuja. Our office address is Suite 47, Shalom Plaza, Plot 1088, Joseph Gomwalk Street, Gudu, Abuja. Call 080-6222-0673. That is 080-6222-0673. Breed King Homes and Properties Limited. Announcer.
No offense to the commercials. It's just that we want to see other audio. Eagles 102.3.
You are tuned in and locked on to Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, where we give you an audio-visual radio experience that you can count on anytime, any day. 35 minutes gone past the hour of 9 on the AM side, and this is indeed Eagles Outlook, where we bring politics and current affairs into your consciousness, and we do that on strong authority, as well as allowing you space and time and opportunity to also engage the conversation via the studio line 0907-353-0044 or 0908-766-8888, and the WhatsApp portal number where you can send a WhatsApp message to, a voice note, or even a text message would be 0909-705-4450. Please keep it short and simple, go straight to the point, and do not attack personality. Address the topical issue, and let's be civil and responsible with what we have to say, right? We still have our guest who is indeed gracing the occasion right here in the studio. Is in a person of Honorable Yakub Tunde Prudent, and is the SA Special Duties to Honorable Minister of State, Youth Development. Thank you for your time so far. I mean, it's not been easy, I mean, sitting here for quite some time considering your busy schedule. But let's have your reaction based on the last, conversation that went down, question that came on through.
Well, thank you so much for having me once again.
Yeah.
So my reaction to the question is, what I would dwell on in particular is the last person that asked the question said most of these appointees, the son of somebody.
Right.
I disagree with that.
Okay.
Because I know a quiet number of appointees that they get appointed based on merits. He doesn't know anyone. They work for the party faithfully and they get compensated. Like, I can talk of one now, SSC Student Affair. Okay. He was my very good friend, and let me say mentor per se, because we worked together during campaign. And he's a son of nobody. And the president saw the potential in him, and he was appointed. Right. So numbers of them like that they are son of nobody. So I quite disagree with that.
Okay, when you say that, I'd like to ask a direct question. Would you also say that you two are also, a beneficiary in that regard?
Of course, I'm a beneficiary in that regard.
In that regard.
Because my father and mom, they are nobody in this country. I got appointed.
And you got appointed?
Yes.
So it means these appointments are not partial. Is that what you're saying? It's not partial.
No, it's not partial.
There's no godfatherism going on.
Godfatherism, this Tinubu government.
Well, okay, you've heard from him right there, and you also want to bring your say in the discourse. 0907-353-0044, taking this call. Hello, good morning. All right, that's a miss. Keep the calls coming through. 0908-766-8888. The WhatsApp portal number is 0909-705-4450. Now let's look at, just before we look at this, we should, all right, that's a miss. I thought the call was indeed connected, but let's take a message right here now. This one right here says, my brother Udrak Daniel, good morning to you too, and to the guest. Okay, good morning, he's here, and he says, this is Samuel from Kuje. Samuel, welcome aboard. Please, my question to the guest is this. Please, what plan do they have for the youths in the rural areas? Is it only for the youths in the urban area that these plans are meant for? All right, that is a question coming from Samuel all the way from Kuje right there.
Thank you, Samuel from Kuje. You see, our ministry prioritizes all the Nigeria youth. Okay. Regardless of your location,
geographical, location and everything.
Where you are coming from. Yeah. You see, when we are rolling out a program for our ministry, it's for everybody. We are not being sentimental about it. We don't discriminate. Okay. When we are rolling out the program, it's for everybody. Yeah. Like what I would advise now is that in some months to come now.
Yeah.
Maybe say 2 months or so to come. When this Nigeria Youth Investment Fund will be launched fully, of course everybody will have access to it, regardless of where you are coming from.
And we hope that we get updated too, because
Yes, I
yeah.
will keep you posted.
Right.
Yes. So in a nutshell, my response to it is that we prioritize all the youths, regardless of where you're coming from.
Everybody gets priority right there. Taking this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you, please.
I'm morning to the honorable.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What's your name, please? Where are you calling from?
This is Paul from Karu.
Sorry?
It's Paul from Karu.
I'm not getting the name, sorry.
Paul from Karu.
Paul from Kari, yeah? All right,
Yeah,
Paul, go straight to the point. Go straight to the point. Let's just have it.
Yes, it's good to hear about all the names that your guest mentioned as youth that are given an opportunity to prove themselves. But I just have a little advice for all these youth. With the little experience we have had with the other ones, they need to be more accountable. They need to prove themselves so that they will not disappoint all of us in the process of discharging their duties. So, the stuff that we are seeing here is what they have done in the past, and then looking at what they have done right now. I can say this that we have
Paul, you might want to call us back because the network is not clear at some point. It got all cracky and everything. But let's take yet another call right now. Okay, we lost that call. Okay, it's coming through. It's coming through, and it's here. All right, let's go. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
In the studio there.
He's listening. What's your name, please? What's your name? All right.
We are talking about the youth, ba? Youth where we want to get. We need the youth to go unite Nigeria together. Where we will remove tribalism. This one Hausa, this one Igbo, this one Yoruba. We know what that kind of youth. Youth where go unite. If you be Yoruba or you be Hausa, you be Igbo, we go join our hands together. So that I not go see what you walk you and say may kill you. When I love you, I not go see something say well touch you. I go say okay may touch you. I don't want that kind of youth. I don't want that kind of youth where their eye there for money. I don't want that kind of youth where they go full hand for bad thing. I don't want that. I don't want that youth where this one a Muslim, this one a Christian. We are not one. We want you to now where Nigeria go unite together. All this killing, tribalism, we go stop. Now that kind of youth to me, I want for my country.
All right, baby. Thank you.
God bless you. God bless you. Bye-bye.
All right, baby, blessing right there. She says we want a youth that would prosper and prefer unity over disunity. A youth whereby I can call you my brother, my sister, regardless of your tribe and your ethnicity. And that also brings us to the question of how much education, sensitization, and cohesion has been taught to the youths in terms of empowerment too, as well, to seeing that the Nigerian polity is an everybody polity and not just a sectional polity.
Okay, thank you so much, my sister. Like the way we are operating our ministry, no religious sentiment.
Right.
No tribalism.
None.
Yes, no tribalism. Like the way we operate now, we relate with everybody.
Yeah.
Like I told you, my minister has traveled to over 20
states. Yeah.
Countries.
Okay.
So among which we travel to South, Southeast, North Central, Northwest, Northeast. We travel to almost everywhere.
Right.
And we receive a lot of accolade because we are not be tribalistic. And unity of purpose, we try our possible best to unite every Nigerian youth, the young stakeholder, even the youths who are not in our party. We try to relate with them and we bring them together.
Okay.
So that is to tell you that we are uniting the youth together.
Yeah.
Regardless of your tribe, of your religion, we are very transparent.
If all of that has been ongoing, honorable sir, right? The question will now be, why then are we seeing youths being used as thugs in Togri? Because it bothers Nigerians that if all of these innovations are going on, yes.
She said something that they need youth who will not still government's money.
Exactly.
Of course, in our ministry, we're not doing that. And you see,
You can boldly tell Nigerians that there is no. Okay.
That is not like that in our ministry. We are very transparent and we're very open.
So when you say
and you see, Mr. President now is open for transparency. If he sees any ministry or any agency doing something that is not supposed to do, the president will act up immediately.
So my question is, you're saying that as a journalist, we can actually step to your ministry now and say we are demanding certain, transparency documents. We want to see how you have been working and how things are going on, so that we can tell Nigerians. Indeed, okay, so it will be made available. That's what you're saying.
Of course, we are very transparent in our ministry.
All right. Well, the conversation is still on, and I asked the question about if all of these, great reforms has been ongoing, why then do we still have youths engaging in, thuggery, being used as thugs, and most of the time is blamed on unemployment. Unemployment most of the time. So, what efforts are being made to ensure that these initiative indeed is a one-for-all initiative?
Okay, we categorize Nigeria youth into formal distinct. We have formal youth and informal youth.
Okay.
Formal youth are the youths that go to school, that has exposure, that has experience. Informal youth are the youths that are there in the village, they are not exposed to anything.
Right.
Mostly you see youth that are thugging. They are informal youths. Because,
informal.
Yes, they are informal in the sense that they are not aware of what is going on. Like in our ministry now, we operate open door policy.
Right.
You see the minister now, like it's very accessible to see. So we talk to you, we give you word of advice, we encourage you. Youth that have access to minister, why will he go outside there to misbehave? So most of these youths that are doing thuggery, they are informal youths.
Okay.
So that is why they are misbehaving.
Okay.
You won't see any formal youths doing
engaging in antisocial activities right there. Okay, let's take this call now. Hello, good morning. Hello? All right, that's a miss. Taking yet another call. Hello, good morning.
This is Paul calling back.
This is who?
Paul calling back.
Okay, Paul, you might want to just 30 seconds now. Go straight to the point. Let's have it.
My question to your guest is, what advocacy role are you guys playing with other ministries in terms of looking for opportunity that you can harness to get more youth into employment? That's one question. I have a little advice for your ministry. I wish you collaborate with every youth in the state, not umbrella body like your party only. Like what you said, it's a different case in the state. Because when I look at the National Youth Council within the state, you will see a lot of politics, some kind of one-sided politics playing on. I'm speaking from experience. If you are not part of it, you cannot belong, even when you are qualified. So I wish this system, with the number of people you have mentioned, and by the way, my MD is a youth, very strong and agile youth. She's the managing director of Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria. And she's a youth too. So I want to commend this government too for putting more youth into responsibility. The only thing we need to encourage them is for them to prove themselves, because this time around these youths need to prove themselves so that we'll be able to get more positions and probably take up positions that these recycled people have been taking from the youth.
All right, Paul. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Paul, right there as made some points right there, and it also leads while you are going to react to some of those talks. I mean, he had also brought about some commendations, right? Talking about the fact that look, youths are indeed in this process, into this government, and all of that. But it takes us also to the question of, do we have the youths from your place of authority now? Do we have a youth in Nigeria that is psychologically, mentally, physically sound to indeed pilot the affairs of the country? You might want to add that to it as you also give your final thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's just go to it.
So much.
Yeah.
If I should get the question, you said what advocacy?
Yes, collaborations, advocacy, and all of that. Yeah.
Of course, like I told you, like we have a program called NIA, Nigeria Youth Academy. It's a platform that trains Nigeria youth. So after the successful training, we partner with virtually all the agencies and ministries where we see we can tap in. We say, oh, these are youth is competent and is qualified.
Right.
We push the youth to the place.
Okay.
Of course. So we partner with almost everyone. And in our ministry, like I told you, we work with all the youth bodies like NYP, Nigeria Youth Parliament, NYC, Nigeria Youth Council of Nigeria. We work with almost all of them. We are not be sentimental. We are not be doing this thing. Yes, we work directly with everybody. We are not sentimental to some side.
Right.
You get, so that is it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You
Yeah.
get my point, right?
Yes.
So okay.
All right. So yeah, and then the other part, where I'm coming from is the place of whether we have youths or the youths in Nigeria right now are indeed ready. They're willing, ready, full of have capacity, right, in terms of physical capacity, psychological capacity to indeed spearhead the concerns of Nigeria. Because if you're looking at the United Nations ranking, Nigeria ranks 115th.
Of 193.
I mean, of 193 countries in terms of youth participation in governance, right? And globally, Nigeria is also ranking 23rd in youth population with over 70%. 70% of our population under 30 years old. And that makes, I don't know if you're concerned, but I am concerned about that generation, because these are the generation that will still grow up, into taking up affairs of the country and piloting the future decisions for the other generations that, is yet to come. So does it worry you whether or not we are indeed capacitated, in terms of psychologically, mentally and otherwise to pilot the affairs of Nigeria?
Well, we have a lot of energetic youth in the country,
right,
that can pilot the affair of this thing. So unlike before, the previous government doesn't carry the youth along, like as Bola Ahmed Tinubu did.
Right.
So as such, it's a gradual process. We are trying to reshape the process. As time goes on, I think there will be more youth inclusion in the government.
Okay.
Like my state now, state where I come from, 70% of the cabinet, they are youth.
70%?
Yes, Kwara State.
Kwara State?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Commissioners, ASA, special advisors, most of them, they are youth. So, and I think the same process is going to be copied, and the simulacrum of it will be done in the country. The president is trying to do that as well.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Can we take one more call in, and then we would call it a wrap? But just before we do so, it is also necessary to look at some of the implications and expectations, the Nigerians are having. Some of them would be the need, should youths be a part of the process, there should be fresh perspectives and innovation or innovative solutions to long-lasting challenges. Some have also said that it could increase political engagement and participation among young people, economic growth driven by youth-led entrepreneurship and innovation, improved representation and inclusion in governance structures, a new era of leadership characterized by patriotism, nationalism, and progress. But let's see. Can youths indeed, rather, what funding opportunities are there for youths? This might just be how you call it a wrap, give your conclusion and all of that. Yes, funding, because many times the reason behind youths, should I say, disenfranchisement from, the political process is funds. It's funds. So are there processes that allow for youth to also join the government without, necessarily having to amass so much funding, or are there ways to help the youth in terms of funding to also be a part of the system?
Okay, thank you so much for the question. Like what I have knowledge of, that is what I'm going to speak on.
Okay.
Currently now, BOI, Bank of Industry.
That's right.
They are giving out grants and loan to the qualified Nigeria, regardless of where you are coming from, regardless of your age. I think our youth can key in there.
Okay.
Like myself now, aside politics, I have my business I'm doing.
Right.
Of course, I can apply. And some other youth, I'm encouraging them to do the same thing.
Right.
To go there.
Right.
fill up this thing and apply. So in conclusion, because I can see time is not by our
Time
side,
is not on our side. Okay,
so
just
Mr.
keep.
President, he has tried all his possible best to include youth in his governance. Like I can mention like 3 big agencies.
Right.
that is
Spearheaded.
controlled
Okay, by the youth. Okay.
Like Smedan,
Okay.
Small and Medium Enterprise.
Yeah.
Like NITSDA, like Oil and Gas Reason. All these agencies, they are very big agencies and powerful. They are being controlled by the youth. Of course, ministries, when you go to Interior, Honorable Minister Tunjojo,
Right, yeah, Tunjojo,
trying
okay.
his possible best. He's trying very well. He's a youth. Of course, we have Bashirun Tijani, Minister for Communication
Right.
and Digital Economy. He's also a youth. He's trying his best. Of course, we have Anatu Musawa, Minister of Art and Culture from Castina. She's also trying her best. Of course, we have
Honorable, I don't want to mention the Minister of Power because I mean Adebayo Adelabu has been under the fire. But anyways, you've made some very loud statements right there, and it is very we're going to be hopeful with the renewed hope agenda of the president, which happens to be the mantra that drives this administration. That there would be some levels of empowerment, and that some of these efforts for youth participation would indeed grow and grow
again,
and grow.
I want to urge our youth because the problem of Nigeria youth is we want to have everything now.
Okay, in maybe 10 seconds. Yeah, you want to urge the youth in 10 seconds because of time.
Okay, so
yeah.
the problem of Nigeria is that we want to have everything now.
Okay.
Of course, it doesn't work like that. We have to be patient.
Takes time and
Yes,
patience,
it takes
right?
time. So my
Alright.
advice, in nutshell, is that the youth should be patient with the president. The
Right.
president has the youth interest at mind, and of course, is going to fulfill it.
And of course, having people like you as well who are youths in the process will indeed allow for more, youth engagement in the coming future, especially within the Tinubu administration. Thank you so much, Honorable Yakub Tunde Prudent. You are the SA Specialist Duties to Honorable Minister of State Youth Development, and you've spoken indeed illustriously on the topic youth participation in government, Tinubu's administration in view. Right. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Well, this is where we call it a close on Eagles Outlook. Thank you, too, for adding your voice. You can as well go across social media platforms, watch and share, and be a part of the discourse, ask your questions. And in the coming seasons or, segments on the show, we would indeed allow for some, of those questions being answered in, as it relates to politics and governance in Nigeria. My name is Udwak Daniel.
Thank you.